Juno 106, but they chose 808 State, named after the self-same drum machine. Hailing from Manchester, 808 State are one of the most popular and accomplished techno bands in the world. But behind that commanding reputation, they remain rather faceless, so we travelled up to Manchester to find out if there's a heartbeat behind that incessant drum beat. In one of the city's industrial estates, the band rehearsed for their up-and-coming London gig. Meanwhile, Paul Lester, one of the first journalists to pick up on the band, explained what makes them so special at Manchester's hip Dry Bar.
808 State are one of the inverted commas weirdest sounds to appear in the charts for maybe 9 or 10 years. They don't look like pop stars. They don't make the kind of sounds and noises that your typical record company executive would perhaps like them to make.
Manchester's Eastern Bloc record store is a natural home for 808 State. It's owned by group member Martin Price, and it's where the band first met and shared their obsession with dance music.
What we'd have in the record shop and sort of like DJing and things, we could keep on top of what dance music is. Changes from like week to week kind of thing, and you really have to sort of keep on top of it to be aware of what you're doing.
The other two members of 808 State are collectively known as the Spin Masters. Now, their background is DJing, and they work on a local show on Sunset Radio. And by Jove, they're far more handsome as well.
We never actually joined the band as such. We're probably not even in it now, are we?
Sort of thing.
We're probably not even in it now because we're still classed as the DJs. Them two are the like engineers and the magicians.
Not only do 808 State have different musical backgrounds, there's a huge age gap between them. But do they get on?
They give us a lot of grief. They're a different generation altogether, and
they stop you from going up your own bum, basically.
Yeah, they do. They do. They give you
left
grief.
to our own devices, we get quite indulgent.
Them two are both childish.
Yeah,
The ultimate children, you know what I mean? Sometimes way more mature than them two, you know what I mean? So when I'm 40-odd, I like to be like them two. Still on the scene and still, you know what I mean, still keeping on what's going on.
In their usual style of turning everything on its head, 808 State have an unpretentious approach to performing live.
Well, we didn't set out to do gigs, but it's something you have to do for the people who buy your records. Because they want to see what this music's about.
The British music industry wants to promote you as a face, whether you like it or not.
What we're trying to do is like gradually turn people around to say, listen, just have a good time and don't stand there and watch the idealistic rock star with the light shining on him with his glossed hair and he's there. You don't want that. If you look at us on stage, we look like Ten Bob. We don't have special spotlights for us. We turn the lights on the crowd because that's the biggest dance floor.
The priority with us is making music. You know, that's the thing that gets us excited still. It's not appearing on top of the pops or anything like that, you know. It's still sort of being on top of the music and making decent records.
Mind you, he had an heart attack the first time we went on. I had to give him a neck massage because he had a palpy.
They've got the T-shirts, they've got the clubs, they've got the record shop. 808 State are on the way to building their own musical empire in Manchester to rival the CBS's or the Sony corporations of this world. Who's to say in 5 or 10 years' time that 808 State aren't going to take over the whole of the north of England?